Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this unscheduled edition of Study with Brother Don. I'm Brother Don. It's good to be with you right here in Bible Study Central. And I just wanted to make a brief video. I've gotten several comments and several emails over the last couple of days about what happened this weekend with Israel and Iran. And before I launch into my thoughts on that, and I do have one big thought on it. I have not checked the news today, so I don't know anything that happened today, okay? So I don't know if Israel has responded today. All I know is that Biden is trying to get Israel to not respond, but nevertheless, so just having said that I've been busy all day. I've been on the lake, okay? I took the afternoon off and went fishing, and they are biting. This weekend, Iran launched an attack on Israel, and the numbers was 150 drones and 100 rockets, and then a bunch of ballistic missiles, and they launched all these things and sent them all toward Israel. And they did not do it from Hezbollah or Hamas or the Houthis, Iraq. Iran did it. They came from Iran. Now, here's my big thought, my big takeaway on this. What were they thinking? Everything you read says that even for the drones, it would take them anywhere from 4 to 5 hours to get from Iran to Israel. And some of the rockets that they fired, some of them takes 2 or 3 hours, and the ballistic missiles, some of them are a little bit faster. So what was Iran thinking? And nothing, absolutely nothing was accomplished by what Iran did. Between Israel and the U.S., they shot down a bunch of them. British airplanes shot down a bunch of them. Of course, Israel did. I even understand Jordan shot down a few. So why did they even bother to do this? And I mean, all of those times that Hamas has shot all of those rockets at Israel, a large percentage of them didn't even get there. They fell in the Hamas territory. They fell in Gaza. They fell out in the desert. Even all the times that Hezbollah launches all those rockets, most of their rockets are a little bit better than Hamas's rockets, but still, Israel shoots almost all of them down with the Iron Dome and with the arrow, all of their missile protection, all of those things. Israel shoots almost every one of them down. So what in the world made Iran think that they could launch an attack from Iran that was going to take 4 or 5 hours to get there? And that's kind of like, they might as well picked up the telephone and called Netanyahu and said, "Hey, we're striking." They might as well have done that, because Israel's going to pick up every one of those launches. They're going to track every one of them. They're going to shoot them down, and absolutely nothing was accomplished. As far as I know from the reports and things that I've read, only one person died in this attack, and that was a 10-year-old Bedouin boy that died from a rocket that landed where it wasn't supposed to. So again, my big takeaway is, what were they thinking? It was a waste of time. It was totally useless for Iran to do what they did. So there has to be a reason that they did what they did. Okay, either one of two things. Number one, either they are the stupidest people in the world, or number two, there was something behind it. And if there was anything behind it, I'm thinking, and this is me, I'm thinking it had to be Russia. That's the only thing that I can piece together out of all of this, is that Russia put Iran up to doing this. And they may have done it for one of two reasons. Number one, to draw Israel out, to try to get Israel to respond on some kind of massive scale, which would give Russia opportunity to move in. Ezekiel chapter 38. And number two, not only to try to draw Israel out and give Russia an opportunity, but to deplete Israel's Iron Dome rockets and the Arrow system, to deplete Israel's missiles and make it easier for Russia to do something. Remember, in Ezekiel chapter 38, everybody, and I do too, thinks that this is Russia, Gog and Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Pretty sure that's Russia. And when you get down here into verse 5, and they list all of the nations that are going to be a part of this conglomerate of nations that comes against Israel with Gog and Magog, Persia is the very first one that is mentioned. And Persia was Persia up until the 1940s. I think it was in the 1940s when they changed their name to Iran, and that stands for the Islamic Republic of something. I don't remember exactly. So Iran was Persia up until last century. And so Iran and Russia, and they are forming a pretty tight union. Russia supplies them, gives them a lot of stuff. Iran gives them a lot of oil, a lot of things. Iran's been giving them a lot of drones that Russia's been using in their war against Ukraine. And so that's why I think that if there was something behind this stupid, senseless, useless attack, it was Russia that put Iran up to it to see what Israel would do and to try to deplete their resources. So I can't, I can't say, okay, well, now that that's happened, this is going to happen, or that's going to happen. I can't say that because I don't know. But from reading the Bible, from understanding what I understand about prophecy, future, and things that are going to happen, Russia is going to have to start taking a bigger part in what's going on in the Middle East. And this very well may have been Russia putting Iran up to it. And so that's my thoughts. So people have been asking me what I thought about it, and there it is. That's what I think about it. And I think even if, and I've said this before, I don't think Israel's going to lose a single war from here on out. Not a single one. Even the war that's described in Zechariah chapter 14, the Battle of Armageddon, when Antichrist comes against Israel with all the nations of the world backing him. And it looks like when you read Zechariah chapter 14 that Israel is just being decimated. 2/3 of everybody's going to be killed, the city destroyed, and then the Lord's going to come back and defeat Antichrist and his enemies and rescue Israel. And I think that's what's going to happen from here on out. So even if Israel gets to a point, as I've said before, some countries are now having embargoes where they won't sell Israel any more weapons. The United States is considering it, and I think we will here before too long. Biden's going to have to do something because the Democrats are split over him right now, and he's going to have to do something, not whether he wants to be a part of Israel or not. That has nothing to do with it. It's going to have to do with his election and him getting reelected. And he'll probably have to embargo arms to Israel to get the far left side of the Democratic Party to support him and to vote for him. All of this, it just looks like it's all coming down more and more. And it's like we're in a tunnel headed toward the end. And at the end of that tunnel is the rapture in the tribulation period. And that tunnel is just getting narrower and narrower, and it's getting closer and closer. So that's what I think's happening. I think everything is lining up, and I think if Russia was behind this, that to me, that just plays right into what's going on. Now, I haven't read anything, and I don't know anything that Russia was behind it. That's the only thing that I can figure would have caused Iran to do what they did, because otherwise, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Amen. All right. So thank you for your questions. And as always, if you have any more questions or comments, just put them in the comments on YouTube or on Facebook, or email me at don.chumley, CHUMLEY, @gmail.com, and I will answer your questions. God bless you, and see you Thursday.